Addiction, it's everywhere these days. And I'm not just talking about drugs or alcohol. It's in the endless scrolling, the hours lost in video games, the constant need for stimulation. Can't eat without a YouTube video? Can't sit still without checking your phone? You're not alone, but overindulging in these habits can lead to a life you don't want, a life where you're trapped, frustrated, and stuck in a cycle that feels impossible to break. Here's the thing, avoiding these destructive habits isn't just about avoiding pain, it's about opening the door to a more fulfilling, productive, and happy life. But let's be real, quitting isn't easy, we've all been there. Day one starts now, only to fall back into the same patterns by the evening. Don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll have the tools you need to finally break free. But before we dive into the how, let's first understand the why. Why addiction has such a strong grip on us. The science of addiction. Why we're hooked. Addiction is rooted in our brain's reward system. When we do something pleasurable, whether it's eating chocolate, playing games, or scrolling TikTok, our brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. It's what makes those activities enjoyable. But here's the kicker. Dopamine doesn't just rise and stay there. What goes up must come down. After the high, dopamine levels dip below baseline, leaving us feeling tired, unmotivated, and just blah. To escape that discomfort, our brain craves another dopamine hit, and the cycle begins. Pleasure, crash, repeat. The faster and higher the dopamine spike, like from video games, porn, or junk food, the deeper the crash. Over time, these quick fixes train our brain to crave instant gratification, making it harder to enjoy slower, more meaningful rewards like reading, exercising, or spending time with loved ones. Breaking free isn't about sheer willpower or just stopping. It's about rewiring your brain step by step. Here's how. Step number 1. Admit you have a problem. Self-awareness is the first step. Be honest with yourself. If you're spending 8 hours a day gaming or endlessly scrolling, it's time to face the truth. You're not relaxing or socializing. You're trapped in a loop that's harming your mental health. Step number 2, replace, don't eliminate. Quitting cold turkey rarely works. Instead, replace your addiction with healthier habits that offer slower, more lasting dopamine boosts. For me, it was working out. At first, I still played video games, but as I got more into fitness, I naturally spent less time gaming. The gym became my new source of dopamine, and seeing my progress kept me motivated. Find your alternative. Reading, drawing, yoga, or even spending time with friends. The key is to replace the quick fix with something that builds you up. Step number 3, obsess over something positive. Sometimes replacing isn't enough. You need a new obsession, something that consumes your thoughts and energy. For me, it was starting this YouTube channel. I became so focused on creating content that I didn't even have time for video games. Find a goal or passion that excites you. It could be learning a new skill, starting a side hustle, or training for a marathon. When your mind is occupied with something meaningful, there's less room for old habits. Step number 4, don't fight urges, redirect them. When the urge strikes, don't fight it head on. Instead, redirect your focus. For example, every time I felt like gaming, I'd think about a happy memory or something that made me smile, like a childhood moment or a personal achievement. This mental shift helps break the cycle of craving without draining your willpower. Step number 5. Build your mental health. Many addictions stem from poor mental health. When we feel crappy, we seek quick pleasures to escape. But if you focus on improving your mental health, you'll naturally reduce the need for those quick fixes. Simple practices like meditation, gratitude journaling, staying active, and connecting with others can work wonders. And yes, stop playing League of Legends. Step number 6, redefine your identity. This is the game changer. To truly break free, you need to change how you see yourself. If you identify as a gamer or a chronic fapper, you'll keep acting in line with that identity. Instead, visualize the person you want to be. Someone confident, productive, and in control. Start living as that person today. When I started seeing myself as someone who had their life together, my bad habits naturally faded. Step number 7, embrace setbacks as part of the journey. Relapse isn't failure, it's feedback. If you slip up, don't beat yourself up. Acknowledge the progress you've made and keep moving forward. Every step counts, even if it's small. Now, it's your turn. Breaking free from addiction isn't easy, but it's possible. Replace bad habits, find a new passion, build your mental health, and redefine your identity. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about progress. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's keep building a better life together.